Hi everyone, and welcome back to QuinnCast, the podcast with a silly name, but hopefully with a good information. So, this episode, I'd like to talk about my measures of success and what I'm using to see whether or not things are going well in my Steel Mace training. This includes short-term goals and more long-term goals. So, some of my short-term goals include being able to competently complete the various exercises. Because obviously, if I feel awkward or weird or it doesn't feel like I'm doing them right, then more effort or more time is needed on my part. I would also like to be able to keep up with the video. That's another one of my more short-term goals. Because I've noticed that when I tend to do these exercises, because I actually tried them once, I tend to be much slower than the guy in the video, and I also tend to need many more breaks. And this makes sense because the guy featured is ripped, but, it's a goal to work towards. And then the last thing is that I'd like to be able to complete the entire 6-workout set included on the DVD, plus the warm-up and cool-down. Like an hour of working out with the Steel Mace. I feel like once I can do that, I'll really be kicking butt. As far as more long-term goals, I'd like to see weight changes. And I think this would be, basically what I mean is I want to lose fat and gain muscle. I'd also like to see some vanity changes, so I'm, it's less important to me that these happen. And these might include, bigger arms, smaller gut, things of that nature. And then last but not least, I would like to increase my field effectiveness, because one of the main reasons why I took up Steel Mace training in the first place was to make me a better foam fighter. And one of the biggest struggles that I've found that I have is that oftentimes my shots get called light, whether it's as a comment or as a response to a red shot, so that's a two-handed sword, to a shield hit. And I feel like one of the ways that I can counter this is by just getting stronger, getting better body mechanics, and taking up this particular weight training regimen. Other changes that I'd like to see that are a little bit harder to quantify are increased confidence on the field, increased time in the zone. And what I mean by that is where I'm worried less about, oh my gosh, what's going to happen, and more about whose butt am I going to kick. And now that, of course, brings me to my large, long-term, and overarching goal, which is to become a more rounded and frankly better red fighter. And again, as a reminder, that's two-handed swords, or two-handed weapons, that are 4 feet or longer in Belegarth and Dagger here, and to become more physically fit and to increase my confidence. So, yeah, we'll see how that all goes. I'll keep you updated, and thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next episode.